Hi, and welcome to the Write the Story podcast, where we divulge tips on plotting as you listen in to us outlining a short story. This episode has been brought to you by our listeners and supporters on Patreon. If you want to help bring more podcasts like this one to life, please visit www.patreon.com/amwritingfantasy.
On behalf of Autumn and myself, I want to thank you for listening to this limited series podcast. We truly hope that you got something out of it, that we were able, through our conversations here, to make you think a bit about your own stories too. If we did manage to help you, we hope that you will share the podcast with other writers so that they can also benefit from it. And if you could leave a rating and review in the podcast app where you're listening to this right now, that would really help us a lot. This is actually not something I'm just saying for the fun of it. The way the algorithms work is that they show the podcast to more listeners as a suggested next listen if the podcast has more ratings and reviews. So please, if you can spend just 2 minutes on this, that would really be appreciated. And finally, I also wanted to mention that the step-by-step guidebook we've been using as a reference throughout this entire podcast is actually included in one of our box sets. And that box set is nearly 700 pages of writing advice. By getting the box set, you are getting these 3 books that is included in it for about the price of just one of them. So you can get the box set as an ebook, and remember, even if you don't have an e-reading device, you can simply download a free app and start reading right away. The link is books2read.com/writersboxset. That's books to read with the number 2. I've added the direct link in the show notes to make it easy on you. The box set includes a guide on turning story ideas into a solid premise. There's also a workbook to enrich and enhance the plotting, and then of course the plotting book itself that we used throughout this podcast. All at a massive discount compared to purchasing the books individually. If that interests you, simply follow the link in the show notes. So thank you so much for listening. As promised, we will also let you know where you can download and read the story that we have developed as part of this series as soon as it is available. Until next time, stay safe out there.
Thank you for listening to Write the Story, a limited series podcast. Please consider to support. It will help us make more podcasts like this one in the future. Go to www.patreon.com/amwritingfantasy.